course, it's always safer to do a slow, controlled weight loss, but let's cut the BS. Many of us don't want to wait a whole year to get to our end result. I've been to a place where I had to cut weight quickly for a bodybuilding competition. Doing that, I learned what works and what doesn't work very well during those quick weight drops, both in terms of what I would have done differently during the process and also after the process, dealing with the aftermath of a rapid weight loss. Those are the things that I want to share with you today so you don't have to make the same mistakes I made. Before I get started, if you don't know me, hi, I'm Eleni, IFBB Bikini Pro and soon to be fitness coach. I'm still working on my certifications and I'll let you know once I get started taking on clients in case you want to work with me. Okay, so if I wanted to get shredded quickly today, I wouldn't just slash calories blindly. Of course, you still have to go through a more aggressive approach. Maybe just cutting a few calories won't do it. So we might be looking at 20 to 25% deficit from maintenance, which, like I said, it's aggressive, it's uncomfortable, but keep in mind that that's temporary. During this cutting phase, you need to keep your protein high. Make protein a non-negotiable and don't drop it when you cut calories from carbs or fats, whatever works best for you. But you need to keep protein high to try to preserve most of your muscle during this cutting phase. In rapid weight losses, there's always some muscle loss as well, but we want to optimize our body's ability to keep the muscle as much as possible so your body doesn't start burning your muscle for fuel. And remember that during this cut, your best friends are high volume, low calorie foods. I'm talking about greens, big bowls of greens, lean protein, lots of fiber in your diet. That also helps trick your brain into thinking that you're eating more food than you actually are during this cutting period. Now let's talk about training and the gym. So many people think that when they're trying to lose weight fast, the way to go is to exchange the heavy weights for high reps and also do hours of cardio on a treadmill. I've been there. That doesn't work. Like I said, during this cutting phase, your body may start using muscle as fuel, so you want to optimize everything to make sure that your body is not burning muscle, to make sure that you're able to keep as much muscle as possible while burning fat instead. To keep your muscle, your best strategy is not to start doing high reps, but to keep the heavy weight training. Of course, your weights at the gym may drop during this cutting phase. That's natural. After all, you may be losing some muscle, but if you continue your heavy weights routine, then you're optimizing your body's ability to retain most of the muscle as much as possible. I've been through cutting phases where I've done everything correctly and I was actually able to keep lifting the same amount of weights at the gym while dropping fat. If you do that in a smart manner, you may be able to do it, but when it comes to quick fat losses, then it's very likely that your weights at the gym are also going to drop. So I'd keep my trainings heavy and intense 4 times a week to give my body more time to recover and focus on high quality executions. And for cardio, I would use low intensity cardio, steady pace cardio. I think for some people, cardio is more seen as a punishment when you're trying to get your body to drop to the weight you want. And that's not what you want. That's not good for your body physically, and that's not good for your mind either. Instead of dragging your body through a period of intense cardio, let's say high intensity cardios, 2 hours in the treadmill running, what I would do now would be to rely on the daily step count or even a steady pace, low intensity cardio. What's a steady pace form of cardio? It's a brisk walk outside or indoor cycling at the flat road setting. If you want to change things a bit, maybe try a incline walk on a treadmill. You get it. This way you optimize your body's ability to burn fat while keeping your energy high for the weightlifting sessions, keep stress hormones like cortisol down, and also avoid spiking your hunger hormones. Okay, so here's the part that most people don't talk about, which is the aftermath of a rapid weight loss. When you force your body to lose weight fast, your metabolism will fight back. Your hormones shift, your hunger spikes, your energy drops. I've been there. It sucks. When I first started competing, I was so focused on the end result and the destination of my weight loss that I forgot to have a exit strategy. After the competition was done, I would just go back to eating the same amount of food that I was eating before, not track, not think about it. And what happened is that I would gain more fat than what I had before. So if I had to do it all over again during those times, what I would do is go through a reverse diet as soon as I'm done with my cutting phase. What is a reverse diet? I'll leave a card here where I break down all the steps that I follow when I go through a reverse diet. When you go through this rapid weight loss phase, you can't just go back to eating the same amount of calories as you were eating before, because at this point, your metabolism is running slow to protect you. Also, your hunger hormones are not at the same levels as they were when you got started. So if you're not tracking your calories, you may start binging, or you may start overeating calories or eating more calories than you were before. And if you start binging or you go back to the same calories without going through this reverse diet phase, you may regain all the fat in a matter of days, and maybe even more. So if I had to redo it today, I would immediately jump into a reverse diet, raising my calories week by week in a controlled manner to heal my metabolism without blowing up. Another thing that's highly overlooked, and I know it's also easier said than done, but it plays a huge role, is stress management, rest and sleep. Sleep is when your body recovers and regulates your hunger hormones. So if you're not sleeping enough after a calorie cut, your fat loss may stall and your cravings can spike. Another thing that I also think is so important is to protect your relationship with food. When we go through a cutting phase, it's easy to turn food into an obsession. So you need to keep working on your mind and keep telling yourself that this is temporary. Your cutting phase and your reverse diet are not a lifestyle. Getting shredded fast is totally possible if you have the discipline, but getting shredded safely requires you to be smart. So you can protect your muscle mass and also have a plan for the day after. And like I said, when it comes to weight loss, it's always better to do a controlled, slow weight loss. If you want to know how to do it, how to go through a weight loss without ruining your metabolism, I talk about it in this video. I'll leave the card here if you want to take a look. And if you have any questions or there's anything else that you want to be seeing here, let me know here in the comments. And if you want more tips like this without the BS, hit the subscribe button and I'll see you next week.